every weekend, oh, the vibe's so fine. Saturday, sit down with Mr. Drayton. Shine!
You are now locked in to the Saturday Sit Down with the talented Mr. Drayton. Your favorite place for the best conversations. We're talking news, politics, entertainment, and possibly the ever so rare nipple slip. You are now locked in with the talented Mr. Drayton, and this is the Saturday Sit Down.
Holy smokes, Batman. We've made it to another Saturday. It is your man, Gregory the Talented Mr. Drayton, a.k.a. Alice's baby boy, a.k.a. Mr. Don't Give a Fuck, a.k.a. is Why Am I Here? A whole lot of names this week because I'm tired. But anyway, welcome to the Saturday Sit Down, hosted by your man, me. I cannot do this alone. But just in case, I've had a dozen questions already this morning from streaming people about my shirt. I am representing the culture today. If you know, you know. Tune in to Living. Give me a big screen. It's Living Single. It's Khadijah, Regine, Sinclair, and Max, the ladies of Living Single. I always want to represent the culture. That's where they got the premise for Fringe from. They took it, they made it white, and we want it back. So shout out to Queen Latifah, who's continuing to do. All these girls are continuing to do their things. Kim Fields is an icon, of course. The one and only Queen Latifah, Oscar-nominated actress. Kim Coles is a award-winning stand-up comedian, and Max Irka Alexander she was just in that movie with Jeffrey Wright. American Fiction.
Yes.
Yes. And she was amazing. And she's a great Broadway actress
too. I was gonna say.
She does. It's good. It's delicious.
It's really good.
And she is a really good Broadway actress. She's insanely talented. And we cannot forget about Cal Barker and what's John. Oh my God, what is John's last name? He's gonna shoot me in the face next time he see me. You don't know my name. Obi, God, John, him. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, so represent the culture always. It's good to see everybody this morning. And again, like I said before, I cannot do this by myself. So I'd like to give you the world, my lovely assistant down there in Tijuana with a cat, a bag, and a bag that I want, by the way. That will actually
the coach bag.
Yes.
Yeah, that was cute. It was.
Oh no, it's the star.
John Hinton.
John Hinton. That's right. That's right. No, that bag is the star of my masturbation fantasies. Fuck sex. I like bags.
Yeah.
Fuck, that bag is sexy. Right. I was trying to get him to take a picture as he got him to plane. I don't think you got that text message. I was like,
I did not.
So sexy. So sexy. Very sexy bags. I love bags. But you make bags, right?
I do.
So in any bag, he can probably replicate. So I love camouflage, but I don't like to overdo camouflage like I'm going in the woods. But, like I like khaki and camouflage. And he has made me this camouflage bag that is fantastically beautiful. And I have a couple of camouflage hats that kind of go. So it's a perfect accessory. And I always let them know you can contact Swag. You can come on Tuesdays and see him at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on this air. He does the Swag Suite presented by M3 with lovely new graphics and a new opening just for you. I mean, it's great. He's experimenting with new things and doing new things. How is the Murder Mittens this afternoon?
Let me check. He is asleep.
So Malcolm, he had to work last night. Fantastic.
I'm sure he was up all hours of the night patrolling and
doing cat shit,
keeping me safe and everything else. And
absolutely.
He works third shift.
Right. Got to keep that kitchen right. You know what I mean? Make sure don't nobody get in that kitchen but you. That's it.
Right.
As the other, now the reason that we're all here is this guy down here, the best afro in the business. I can say it again. I'm so glad. The best afro in the business, right? Because he just won at one point a few weeks ago. He just would not get a fucking haircut. I was like, bro, do you need money for a haircut? And he's like, nope, I'm just not going to get one. I try to be,
trying to grow it out, and he always cuts it too short. I hate that.
He does.
Yeah.
You have to have a talk with your barber. It is okay to communicate with your barber what you want, what you don't want.
Absolutely.
It's okay to communicate with the man. Let him know that you don't want. Now, if you love you will love his mix on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when he gives you the best that he has on the Wednesdays M3 Live. My man Malcolm the Philosopher King, the founder of this very network himself. Holy smokes! Good to see you.
Hey, glad to be here. Yeah.
Good to have you here. Now I ran into some old episodes of Batman, so there's going to be some zoinks and some pows. I mean, because like I didn't grow up on that, so like most of those episodes were new to me. I grew up in the middle of the woods, so we didn't get. In Virginia, it was Channel 35, and we didn't get it till I was in high school, and then that's when they showed other reruns, the monsters and stuff like that. But
so you're talking about like the old one with like what's his name?
Yeah, the one that played the mayor on
right
Family Guy. Yeah, Adam West.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
I always loved the what is it, Eartha Kitt? Was she playing Catwoman? Yeah. So I always love seeing those clips because she's always like flirting with him. And it's hilarious. Yeah.
And it's always nasty.
Yeah, it is.
It's like, you can't handle this kitty. Stuff like that. And you'd be like, Eartha, damn, mama. You know what I mean?
I submit to your muscular authority.
That's probably why they switched her with what did they switch her with?
No, she quit. She just quit one day in the middle of shooting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, they didn't replace her. She quit because she says America was racist and terrible, and she quit. And she went to France. She went to France. She just quit. Yeah,
I didn't even know about that. Yeah, I only watched reruns. Obviously, like it wasn't on the air when I was young, but I mean, I watched it on Nick at Night, and it was kitschy. It was fun. Actually.
Kitschy, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Leave that baby T'Challa alone. He got that graveyard ship protecting all the citizens. Good afternoon, sir. Malcolm. How do you feel about high top fades? No, because he won't maintain it. No,
I wouldn't.
Right?
It's not the 90s. We're done with that. So.
Well, no, it's making a comeback, but let me just tell you anything. I'm the same way. I grew my hair out, and I was so proud of myself. I maintained it for a year and a half. But one day I woke up and I was like, I'm done. And I was going to be talking to Swag on the way back from the barber shop. He's like, "Oh, you cut your hair off." Yep, this was the end of the road. No boys to men. That was the end of the road. Hair takes. I mean, because I was shocked I could grow hair at over 50, and then once I did, I had nothing else to prove. I'm like, fuck it, I grew it. It's over. I mean, it's kind of that. I mean, it's very much. It's kind of that. And speaking of, it's interesting enough that people don't always tell you about aging. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Has anybody? I'm starting to see spots in my hair in my no place. That's the best way to put it. I'm like,
not the no place.
Is my dick balding? I'm like, do I need rolling for the pubes? I'm like, what? I don't know. I need to talk to someone. Shout out to friend of the show, Kipper Jones. Love and peace to you, brother. I just talked to you this morning, so I'm just saying hello. Moreover, we are here. So if you're not familiar with the podcast, what I do is poke fun of the news. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. And I try to make it serious, and I try to make it fun, but fuck it. This is not fun. This is not serious. Breaking news. If you are a recipient of SNAP benefits, your SNAP benefits will not be available for November 1st. And there's no joke with that. There's no way to deliver that satire. 40 million Americans will be hungry for Thanksgiving. I don't, because our government is yet and still closed. What is this, the 23rd day or something? 24th day? This is
25th, I think.
25th day. Yeah. It's nothing. There's no way I can put a spin on that. Sorry. Happy Thanksgiving.
There's no end in sight as far as I can tell either. Like
No. But keep going, Republican. Keep going, Democrats. Just keep going. Just fucking keep going. That's it. Just keep going. I'll take the suffrage on this end. Just keep going. You know what I mean? Just because the thing you are standing on principle. The other thing is, if you just make it, they'll bend because by population, I have to explain this. By population, we are not the plurality who's on food stamps. Just by population. You know what I mean? I think only 4 or 5% of Black people people of color are on food stamps.
By population, you're right.
By population.
Right. But that's not what they think, because I've been seeing a lot of people on social media, talking about how, now we get to see them suffer and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like they assume it's going to be us that are going to be hard.
But it's not. But you'll be shocked to meet your co-workers and your neighbors at the food pantry.
Right.
You already see it. Like, they did a story on the local news here in Atlanta that, and people were covering their faces at the food pantry. They were clear people. But before, I want to show you this before we get into the black news, which I love the black news, by the way. It's so black. Go ahead and run the clip for me, please, if you don't mind.
As of lately, I keep having this thought on a daily basis. Been having trouble phrasing it in a way that will be okay. So I use a Taylor Swift beat to say this. We would save a whole lot of time on debating if some of y'all would just come out and say that you was racist. You can say it's immigration, or you could be honest about the color of the beige skin bothering you, causing y'all to boycott a game because a Spanish person playing it who's from the USA, by the way, bitch. You don't think it's kind of crazy that Charlie Kirk died and there started being hangings when you got news that it was a white dude in a shooting? You went to HBCUs for retaliation? That's the only explanation why the leader of our nation's an adjudicated rapist, because you're KKK with it, long as the president can make this country great again, alright? Cool.
It's about.
I mean, no lies detected there, partner. Let me tell you, no lies. And I didn't want to get that lost in the black news, but he is a very talented rapper. Malcolm, you'll be playing some on Monday. I'll send you some different ones he had.
Okay.
He is a talented rapper. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get signed at some point. I'm sure somebody out there. And he's a preschool teacher.
Okay.
And it's amazing. He's an amazing talent. And I'm glad he's starting to catch fire on the internet, because he was always been quite one of my favorites. And I'm loving that. Demon Exists. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Palm Skins about to crash out because they're about to go hungry. And they think it's us, but all we're gonna do is go to our cousin's house and eat oodles and noodles. We might be hurting a little bit, but it's no different than anything
nothing
else.
New for black folks. They will find a way, and the neighborhood will help out when they can. And and like I said, I mean, there are going to be plenty of food pantries that are going to have. I mean, I'm sure they're going to have a rush of people come up in there and and partake of what they had to offer.
Right.
So.
And if you are here in the Atlanta area, please check out HosannaHelps.org. That's one of the largest food organizations here in Atlanta. Email me, text me, inbox me. I'll give you some avenues to go down. There's some my church, Our Lady of Lords here in Atlanta. We do feed the homeless once or twice, maybe now 3 times a month. So donations and all those things are greatly appreciated. Let's chip in and help those, even if they did vote for Trump, because we want to let people see the Christ in us. We don't want to do that. It's I know it's you want to say to yourself, well, fuck it, they shouldn't have. But I mean, you can't just let people and kids go hungry. The kids, in this case, shall not. I am a proponent of children suffering for the sins of the parents, but in this case, let's just not make them suffer. It's no big. Oh, I'm sorry. I took it down. Good afternoon, my friend from over the pond. I'm sure it's in the evening and you're having all sorts of wonderful liquors. You and your husband. We do appreciate that. Now, on to it. Let's get down to business, ladies and gentlemen. M3 and Swag for Life presents the Black News. Let's get it.
This is Black News.
I'm gonna see, can I get a DJ friend of mine to put a club beat behind that? That needs some pants boots. Malcolm,
I feel you on that.
Some pants boots on that. Yeah, we're gonna put some pants boots on that. I'm gonna do like Peter Griffin real quick. What grinds my gears? I have a what's grind my gears before we get into Black News. So I returned some things to Amazon, right? And normally when you take it to the Staples, right? He says, here, I don't want this. Take it back. Okay. And the people give you the little thing on the little thing. But I went in there and the man said to me quickly, the system is down. Show them this picture of my scan thing because they're not going to register your refund. What, bitch? Oh, no. This is not going down. So, and it still has not. Amazon systems are down. So if you're having problems getting your Amazon stuff, this is why. So I was just having a conversation with Swag. I live 3 Amazon fulfillment centers are within 6 miles of my house, which sounds ridiculous, but there are 7 million people that live in Atlanta. And this is out here in industrial land where I live. Everything is out here, but this is where they put the factories. And I'm sure I'll have cancer in a few years, but this is where they put all the stuff. I'm joking. God forbid. So this is where they put all the stuff. So they come out here, they put all the stuff. So, but I'm like, so just be public announcement. Be advised that Amazon's systems are still a little wonky from the ASW outage, and so if you need your Tonka Choys and trucks and stuff like that, be advised they may be a little delayed. And I'm gonna when I get off the air, I'm gonna call. I found the customer service number. I'm gonna have a bitch fit. That's what I'm gonna do. Total.
That AWS outage was huge. That even affected other companies. That affected my company. Like we use a product called Monday.com, and that's how we keep track of like our projects and stuff like that. We were locked out for a couple of days because of that outage. So it affected a lot of people.
When was that? Wednesday of this week?
Yeah.
These weeks seem like years. Some shit will happen Thursday. You be like, damn, was that last month? No.
I remember hearing about it on the news. They didn't have a lot of details, but
because they, I wonder how much data has leaked out of that's going to be the next story, because you always wonder when outages like that. I think it was a cyber attack, actually.
They haven't confirmed or denied that. But.
Yeah, well, allegedly, we're going to hit the button up.
Allegedly,
I think Gregory the Talented Mr. Drayton thinks it was a joint. I think we're going to see a lot more, because ironically, that shit only happens when Trump's in office. So speaking of Trump's in office, I told you all a few weeks ago, Swag, that I didn't want to get in trouble, so I'm going to start letting white people tell you the news. So here's my favorite lady of the news wrap up. Here she is to tell you what happened this week in her own sarcastic way. Hit it.
Call me Vivek Ramadummy. It's time to talk about Donald Trump's sales for the week. I guess Make America Great Again actually meant Make America tied to the whims of the countries who own our giant debt. Last time we spent this much money, we were in a plague. This time, it's just you. You're the plague. You screwed over soybean farmers and gave all their money to Argentina. And now you're trying to get us to buy their beef instead of Americans. Every week it's like you do eeny, meeny, miny, mo and just pick a random new portion of your base to screw over. You lost another lawsuit against Prop 50 in California. All that time in Texas. Wasted. You sent J.D. Vance to Indiana twice to get them to redistrict? Maybe that was a bad idea. Maybe J.D. Vance is gross and nobody likes him. You pardoned George Santos to get his best friend Marjorie Taylor Greene to stop pushing you about the Epstein files, but it looks like he might be going back to jail anyway. The site your people created to dox critics of Charlie Kirk after his assassination scammed a bunch of your followers out of $30,000 worth of crypto and then disappeared. Who needs Nigerian princes when you've got Republicans, am I right? You had a protester arrested for playing the Imperial March, and now he's suing because of course he is. Turns out you're attracting a bunch of losers who can't pass physical fitness tests or basic criminal background checks. Shocking. Absolutely no one. A court ordered you to distribute FEMA grants and stop conditioning them on cooperation with ICE, and you were like, and they were like, and you were like, oh, fine. And then you did it, because of course you did. Little babies. The governor of Georgia had to fly all the way to South Korea to do damage control after your Meal Team 6 people shut down a plant that was going to give Georgia 8,000 jobs. By the way, those South Koreans were here legally. You're just very dumb. You said you were going to send federal troops to San Francisco because of something someone told you 5 minutes before nappy time, and now you're not going to do that because of something somebody else told you 5 minutes before nappy time. 56% of Americans think you're a dangerous dictator who should be stopped. That margin has doubled since April. How many of us are there? Hundreds of millions, right? How many of you are there? Not as many. Going after your political enemies is not turning out well. Anyway, Adam Schiff didn't do anything, because of course he didn't. Neither did Letitia James. You know she's just going to come after everything you hold dear, right? You know that. Except made up a whole bunch of new rules about how much information the Pentagon can share with the Senate, and Senate Republicans were like, nope, sorry. All that hair gel is poisoning your mind. Target, I have never forgotten about you. This is almost 10% of its corporate staff. Choke. Didn't forget about you either, Elon. That's a lot of cars. Maybe your cars wouldn't be such pieces of crap if you weren't always focused on arguing with people in the Trump administration. If only anyone had warned you that this is exactly what would happen. 2/3 of Americans think that we are headed in the wrong direction. 30% of the Republican Party thinks that you are doing the wrong things on the economy. You now have the lowest economic approval rating of any president at this point in their term ever. No. And over half of the country disapproves of what you're doing to the East Wing. Good thing it's your main priority right now. It's okay, babe. I'm sure if you tear down another random piece of a building, the American people will forget who they are.
I was genuinely surprised by the George Santos thing. Like,
that's why he did it. But
why would you be surprised by that?
Why?
I don't know. Like, I guess he's a loyal Republican, but like,
nope, that's not why.
Well, why did he?
No, I mean, honestly, I would expect nothing. Like, that is literally what he's been doing. It's just like, oh, but you love me? Oh, yeah, that's right under the bridge. Who cares?
No, and then the other thing is he's generally best friends with Marjorie Taylor No Tits, and yeah, but she's not stopping, and that's the funniest thing to me. Like, the calls are coming from inside the House Party people, like his own party, and that's why I said it's gonna be a rough one for him. Effectively, let's just Mr. Collins, Mr. Johnson, just know that. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Sweat. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but you know, there was also rumors that he was considering pardoning Maxwell. Well, that too, but Ghislaine Maxwell, like,
yeah, that's a really bad one.
That if he did that,
these people are crucified for that.
But they already are. They already are. They his own. Look, I spent time over on Not So Truth Social. They are like, because he's talking shit about. He is trying to convince us to buy Argentinian beef. Now I love
right.
Now, let me tell y'all let me pull over here to the side a little bit. Let me tell y'all a little secret. Okay.
It is good.
You ever had some motherfucker? Okay, fuck the USDA, motherfucker. That origin.
But like American beef is so Republican, right? Like it's such a
right.
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's like the crux of their party. But so here's the thing. But if you get some Wagyu beef from goddamn Argentine beef, that's Wagyu beef.
Right.
Listen, you were gonna die of a heart attack because you're gonna eat it every day. So
I mean, I get it. It might be good, but I mean, how can you say America first, but it's like, but yeah, let the Argentinians sell beef here. Forget you American cattle ranchers, y'all be all right. I mean, he literally went on like did a TikTok about it. He literally went on True Social talk about the cattle ranchers don't understand that like what he's doing is so much money, and the cattle ranchers are like, bitch, where my pockets are empty, I ain't got shit in my bank account,
right?
Like I keep wanting to, I love seeing, you know, them the fuck around and find out, and then they keep finding out, but it's like, but I just need more of them to find this shit out. It's just like, y'all got fucked over. When are y'all gonna wake up and smell the coffee? When are y'all gonna realize that like you have been taken yet again? Like
yet again,
longer than it should.
Yeah, so they're not gonna find out. The question is for people on our side, the ones who didn't vote. So like the people who are in who deemed to vote for Trump even once. Think about what it would take for you to vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, just seriously, and right? You are not.
Well, I think
you're not connected.
You're
to
not connected to the same
way.
reality as everybody else. Yep.
Right.
So I think the people
really
that voted for him the first time are different than the people that voted for him the second time.
Yeah, this is true.
I think in the third time.
Or third time, yeah. But what would even be worse is the fact that our people were still criticizing or were unable to criticize and still vote for their best interests or to be interested in voting to begin with, you know, and that's really the people who have to find out. Like, they're as culpable as any of these people. They were always going to vote Republican. You know, we thought that this guy was so repulsive that they wouldn't, but no, they were always going to vote for him.
And then right, because I had this talk the other day that we need to have a come to Jesus with ourselves, and that's what and I think we're having it, and we are kind of letting them do them, but I think, and the race in Virginia is prime example, the governor's race.
Yeah, that is interesting.
You know, yeah, so they say
that they're doing a redistricting there too.
Yes, the Democrats are redistricting, and they are fucking killing it
in Virginia.
They're like murder. Virginia will never be a hint of red ever again.
Yeah,
purple is dying, and I don't blame them. And California is following the lead. New York is following the lead. Wisconsin is following the lead.
Democrats are actually doing it.
Yeah, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Goddamn, Pennsylvania has a Democratic governor. And they have a Democratic state Senate. So guess what Pennsylvania is doing? I mean, it's done. Like if the Republicans, like at this point, and I never make this kind of statement a year before midterms because we're exactly a year from midterms. His presidency is over. The longer this goes down, I made a post the other day. Hey, Virginia, don't because 40% of Virginians are government employees or state employees. That is the wrong goddamn state.
Right.
That is the wrong fucking state. You are in the wrong state. Even in the government is one of the biggest employers in the country.
Right.
You think about the National Park Services. You think about all of those things that we don't think about, and now it's starting to trickle down. At the beginning of the Black News, I talked about the not having the food stamps. That is the beginning of your problems. You wait till DMV closes. You wait till the DOT, Department of Transportation, runs out of money, and there's nobody else working on potholes you know, and then the water, you know, system is not subsidized because states don't collect enough taxes on their own to pay for these things. But I digress. So switching gears real quick. I hate an old turncoat ass, coon ass nigga. I don't know how many of us watch ESPN. But Her Royal Majesty Stephen A. Smith is at it again. Right. This coon ass nigga. And I hate using the N-word, but this is the only thing that fits. I was like, Greg, are you going to get on air this Saturday and say the N-word? Well, of course I am. So I just lost viewers right then and there. Fuck y'all. This coon ass nigga is running around, and I'm just going to give you a brief overview from this sister who I love. Black woman, take it away, please.
Stephen A. Smith said that Jasmine Crockett isn't doing her job, that instead of going against Trump, she should understand that he's a man in power, and she should figure out a way to work with him. Stephen A. said that he doesn't like Jasmine because she sounds too street, yet he spends most of his time screaming at the top of his lungs, sounding like the world's silliest house slave. He says that her verbiage is inappropriate, yet our president says that he likes to grab women by the How appropriate is that, Stephen? Maybe Jasmine would earn the respect of Stephen A. if she sounded more like Candace Owens. Remember, Jasmine is a criminal and civil rights attorney. And Candace spends most of her time on HBCU campuses pushing Turning Point USA agenda. Now, if you remember, Turning Point USA was founded by Charlie Kirk, who said that the civil rights movement was a mistake. This is why nobody gives a fuck about respectability politics. Because as a black woman, no matter how educated you are, there will always be somebody there to disrespect you and discredit you. And it's unfortunate that it will always be a man that looks just like you. Stephen also said that D.L. Hughley is more of an activist than he is a comedian. But when you see the agenda that's being pushed on black Americans, when you understand that black Americans, especially black women, are being targeted because of the 350-something odd thousand women that have lost their jobs, you do need to be more of an activist than anything else because somebody has to step up and say something. And Stephen, you could be doing something with your platform other than performing and bootlicking for daddy. But we understand that you need to keep your job. Stephen, you need to do just like your hairline and fall the on back. Black women have lost their jobs. People can't feed their families. Children are getting shot up in schools and black men are being hung on trees. And the only thing Stephen is worried about is how somebody sounds. One of the few people, mind you, one of the few people that are actually fighting for us. So T Daddy Trump, please drop off some D at Stephen's door. He's been begging for it.
He's begging for the D. Begging for the D. Thank you, Black Sister. Smurf hat. Thank you.
Yes.
So I wanted to spotlight today those black ass niggas that get on my nerves with that coon shit. But Trump ain't giving you nothing, baby. Stephen, you're only worth $5 million. It ain't enough to play with him. You're not gonna get an invitation to the with your coon ass. And I hope you see this on YouTube. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck you with the biggest dildo that God and China could ever make. Okay? Fuck you so deep that your children feel it. You coon ass, boot licking ass, ball sucking, white man loving. Just go ahead and say you into race play. Okay? Just tell us that much. Well, I have no more time on my air to give to you, my dear coon. But good luck to you, okay? Speaking of women speaking up for themselves, let me show y'all this, what the dear governor of the great state of Maine had to tell Taco McCankle Tits the other day. If Donald stops federal funding to Maine, we, the people of Maine, will take our federal taxes from all paychecks and no taxes will be paid to the federal government. Maine Governor Janet Mills. And there were several states that signed on and said, we shall do the same, including, guess what? California. California has the sixth largest economy in the world. So let me tell you something. California is doing the damn thing for us. You know what I mean? California is keeping us afloat. And so, right. What is the dear leader's official nickname? Put it up for me, friend. Cankles McTaco Tits. We must not forget that. So if you're out there making posts online, please remember to refer to him as Kinkles McTaco Tits.
That is exactly how I refer to him. I don't refer to
Thank
him
you
like
so much. Kinkles McTaco Tits. Now, I believe in resistance, and I believe of speaking our minds and understanding what's going on in the world. And we shall not be afraid of protest and arguments and things. And I look at this show and my presence online as one big push and one big fucking fuck you to the powers that be. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I followed this one white guy online, and he always has fantastic pushbacks. Check this out.
And you had the greatest inflation. The last administration had the greatest inflation in the history of our country. And now, as you know, groceries are down. It's all down.
Sir, your mouth is leaking asshole juice again. You might want to get a napkin.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Oh god.
But I said that the other day. I said I it's so telling that he will just simply just say whatever he wants to say. Like, like one time he said eggs were down like over 1,600% or something crazy like that. And people like, bitch, where?
Because I'm going there to get them.
The eggs that they give it away. That's that low. Like, come on. The people's pocketbooks will say otherwise, and it's just the fact that he loves to just sit there and just bold-faced lie to people about how, like, oh well, this is down and this is down and this is down. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Correct. Where the fuck is that happening? Oh joy, he says. Let's see. Good afternoon, Mr. Johnson. How are you, sir? Hope all is well. The older I get, the years stop running. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because I tell y'all one motherfucking thing, bro. Fucking October had somewhere to be. I don't know where that bitch going, but she had somewhere to go, and she is getting there. And they would still vote for him in the midterm. I don't know. Let me tell you, suffrage is something else. The midterms kind of tell a different story, because they and let me just clarify something for you all. Actually, it is more important to vote locally. You know what I'm saying? If you really, we're in a queer and shutdown mode, and the money's not trickling down. But generally, when it comes to voting locally, is a better way to go. But they're hurting. But I want you all to remember, Black people are only 13% of the population. You know what I'm saying? Please remember that the other people are brown. I think Spanish people are 14. They just overtook us to the 15%, maybe. So, or 12. They're right under us or right above us. I can't not remember. I do apologize. Malcolm has me reading so much, my brain is bleeding. Anyway, so yes, so to remember that. So that means there's a lot of other people, clear people, that make up the plurality of people that get on. So it's like the farmers. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps, farmers, but when they're not getting their government subsidies, they can't make it. Calling him a white devil is appropriate too. All right, I will accept white devil from you, Mr. CC. Only you, sir. Only you can call him a white devil, because I think that is too much power given to. Hey, do we remember Kashif Patel? You remember Kashif Patel?
Did something racist happen to him this week?
Wait a minute. Boy, let me tell you something. When I tell you these motherfuckers are starting to eat their young, this is how you know, and I do this, Malcolm.
Yeah.
And just to please you, my friend. This is how you know shit ain't going right. They start to eat their young. Because at first, when we won, fuck it, he can pick anybody he wants. So he picked Kashif Patel. I want everybody to say it that way. Kashif Patel. So, because I'm not calling you Cash. If my main name you Cash, that gives you street cred. Right. So Swag and I were talking as we were producing shows. We do. I feel like this came along when he said, "Brother, I'll see you in Mulholland." You're not going there. He's not going to Mulholland. That's not for you. In the wrong, nigga. No. No.
Patel is not. Patel is not a name you're going to see on the doors of Valhalla. I'm sorry. You're just not.
And the people have responded. So, and I'm going to play this clip and tell you how they responded. My beautiful assistant, Vanna Black, if you would, please turn the.
Cash, are you surprised? Like, stop bugging. Stop bugging. Again, another example of these South Asians trying to play up to these white supremacists. They're never going to see us as the same. They're always going to see us as someone different. As you can see here, Kashyap just copy-pasted something that his mother sent in their family WhatsApp group and posted it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever this is. And here you can see the comments of the very patriotic Americans. Please don't promote this festival of God and foreign gods in America. This pagan BS is un-American. Go back to India. When I saw this, I decided to go check and see if another South Asian account posted something. And of course, Slotus posted this rangoli that her son did. And as you can imagine, here are some of the comments people left her. And you know, if like my spouse ever had people come in and attack her like that, you know, I would come to their defense. You know who hasn't come to her defense? He's a white supremacist. Now, I have a relative who says, no matter what, I always considered myself American first. Sure, you might. Me too. I was born here. But the thing is, this country has been ruled by white supremacy, and they will never see a person of color as American. They're always going to see them as from elsewhere. So whenever people tell me, hey, why don't you go back to where you came from? I have. I'm in Iowa right now.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. That's fantastic.
But he's so right. There have been so many people of color, whether they be Asian or African American or whatever, and you know, if they have like an accent or something like that, or even if they're just like you know, an Indian or something like that, it's always like, oh, where are you from? And they're like,
right, bitch, Iowa.
Here. No, but where are you from? Like, it's like they will never see you as somebody from here. They will always see you as a foreigner because you're not white.
Swag, you know what I love? I love to meet an Asian person from Louisiana. They just as country. Hey, I got a friend of mine, her name is June. I love June. June found her the biggest black man in Louisiana, and she married them, and they had tons of kids. And she's not being performative. She grew up on crawfish. She grew up, you know what I'm saying? And her whole family, her brother married another beautiful Asian woman, and they are loving, caring Asian people. But they have that Louisiana, hey baby. I mean, hey, you know, that mama, she's like 148. Hey baby. You know what I mean? I love it. And I love it. And this America is a melting pot. So I wanted the juxtaposition, and it's the same position, but from a white woman. So check this out. It's wonderful. I mean, just great. I mean, like it's coming from a white woman. So
okay.
Y'all, growing up down south, I was taught to never talk money, religion, or politics. The best compliment you would get was to be called nice. Oh, y'all, she is so nice. Better yet, to be called sweet. Y'all, she is the sweetest thing. That's how they kept us compliant and complicit. When I went to college, I learned a quote by Naomi Schulman. I want to read it for you. Nice people made the best Nazis. My mama grew up next to them. They got along, refused to make waves, looked the other way when things got ugly, and focused on happier things than politics. They were lovely people who turned their heads as their neighbors were dragged away. You know who weren't nice people? Resistors. Y'all, quit fucking being nice.
I like that.
Yeah, that's bro. And I thought about that quote when she said that. So I was like, let me bring that to the masses. A Patel talking about Valhalla is crazy, and I know his parents jumped on his neck when they heard him say that. Like, because I work for a lovely Indian man. He was like, what in the fuck, dude? Yeah. Right. So you know that deserves a dude, and you know this. Listen, just vote. This will be over soon. It's time is moving at warp fucking speed. He's dude. They're circulating pictures of them actually demoing the White House. A 200 plus odd symbol of the people. People are pissed, but the plurality of Americans are pissed. I could care less what happens to the White House. Slaves built it. It deserves to be torn down.
Right.
At some point, it's not going to make it. You know what I mean? Because the whole thing is going to crumble in because it's crazy. But, it's just one of those things. So speaking of our pissy, you remember when Pissy Pete went online and he tried to talk to the generals. We don't want a fat military, and we don't want gay people marching. We don't need women. We want strong American white men. He's just there saying the quiet part out loud. But go ahead, Swag. Let me see what they're actually getting in places like ICE.
Oh, you don't have to flip for that.
Okay. Well, sorry. Yeah, my fault. And so the story goes. Sorry.
Okay.
The story goes. ICE is unable, and she talked about it in the news. ICE is unable to get people that are healthy. They cannot pass background checks, and they cannot pass physicals because they got big bellies.
Right.
And the other problem is they're not getting their $50,000 bonuses. So they're having.
That's so
they're
sad.
having like 15% leakage. 15% leakage. There's loss, and they're being ran out of many cities because they can't run. Or they're walking out of cities because they can't run.
We love that for them.
I love it. They're too fat to run.
I did see some. I saw a
see?
video of this guy trying to chase after a protester. He's not even really running. The guy picked on the protester, right? He found out that he dropped his wallet. He ran back toward the ICE agents, grabbed his wallet, and still got away. I'm like, this is really bad.
It's really bad. It's like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, like a damn
exactly. He's the most incompetent protester ever because he left his wallet. He realized, they can know who I am by my wallet. Let me go grab and get my wallet.
And he did. I love that.
And he did.
Go get your shit, bro. Go get your shit, bro. I love that for you.
God,
You know what I'm saying?
that's too funny.
I love that.
Got away
for
twice.
So speaking of protests and all that stuff, I always think, how are we going to come back as a country, right? How are we going to get this back together? Malcolm has me thinking about this shit because I don't care. I'm hard to forgive. I learned that about myself. I need to. Swag, are you a forgiveness person? Are you saying, do you forgive easily?
I want to be, but there's a part of me that's just absolutely not.
Demon exists. Where are you, sir? There's Mr. Manners.
I know. Mr. Anti-Manners. Mr. Manners says I want to, but Mr. Anti-Manners is just like,
bitch, fuck you. Malcolm, are you easy on the forgiveness tip? No.
Well, this is the thing. I sometimes feel like not forgiving hurts me sometimes more than it hurts them.
See.
So I want to do what's best for me, whether it be forgiving them or not. And I think sometimes you can forgive someone. You can forgive someone and not fuck with them, right? It would be like a wounded animal, right? I always think about this. Like, I can care for a wounded animal. It doesn't mean I'm going to go over there and try to pick it up. Or a baby having a tantrum. I'm not going to kick the baby, but I'm also not going to let it kick me. You're not gonna invite a deer that you find on the side of the road into your house and take care of it.
Yeah, that's the question I was gonna ask. What about the deer?
I think the best way to forgive people is to see them as children sometimes, and to think of them as having a tantrum. Really,
right? No, because I beat kids. I don't want to.
I mean, I agree with you, Malcolm, because at the end of the day, it's like
I need to think about
we want to somehow get them back to the fold and be like, okay, you've made a mistake. We understand. Yeah, fucked up, but you realize your mistake, and now we're gonna,
Well, funny that you said that.
Reality, welcome back to sanity, but it's just hard because it's like
they keep losing sanity. And we think they've gotten civility back, but here is a person talking about a single issue voter because she's saying that generally Trump voters are single issue voters, and this is what we came up with. Go ahead.
I personally think that we can divest from the pain and suffering of mono issue voters while still like not wanting their life, like while still like caring about them as human beings. But I don't want to hold that. Every day, a person can get on here and be like, my husband did this to me. And this person could be bruised up and bloody. And I'm going to scroll the comments and one of y'all going to be, well, you should have left yesterday. Without fail. A mother can be in the car crashing out, going through it on the brink of a 13th reason. You should have stopped at the first kid. Like, y'all don't give a fuck when it's like people and they're engaging in like activities that you can relate to when it comes to making a mistake. But when it comes to somebody who witnessed this man move for 4 years, he was not silent the whole 4 years he was gone. Left the office by activating a insurrection. You thought that whatever, because most of these Trump supporters are mono issue voters. You voted for him because of 100 trans athletes. You voted for him because you thought that immigrants were keeping the job shucking corn for $5 an hour was the job that was being kept from you from your liberation and you being successful. You voted for him because he was going to help you as a business person. You sell Avon, Susan. Niggas. And now he's wreaking havoc. And his main goal every day is to make sure that he builds this ballroom and continues to make sure that his family makes enough money that when his presidency is done, he will always be comfortable and safe, and that his legacy will carry on through his children and grandchildren, i.e. his granddaughter starting her clothing line by taking photos of it at the White House. Mind you, the clothing line is just this lady done went on DH Gate and it's just her signature. And you're over there in the line at the pantry. You're about to make tater tot casserole tonight. Now, mind you, I like tater tot casserole, but as a choice, not as a default, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're making pot pies with no pot and no pie. And he's having dinners at the White House with these senators who got paid and have incredible health insurance. Mitch McConnell walk around with the flopsies. Yeah. They're talking about protecting children, and they had to protect the children from the trans people. And this man has been wreaking hell on us since people asked to see those Epstein files. And I bet you before Congress comes back, Giselle Maxwell will have a fucking pardon.
Yep, that part. Yes. Oh yeah.
There are consequences to actions. I don't think consequences should destroy a person's life. But bitch, how do you know the fat meat is greasy? Like, where the African philosophers at? Please tell me, how do we let someone know that fat meat is greasy if we do not let the fat meat get greasy, huh?
That's my girl Dominique. She is a trans activist. Beautiful. She lives here in Atlanta.
You sell Avon.
Susan, you sell Avon. Sit down. Sit down, Susan.
That is the best. I'm gonna remember that.
Sit down, Susan. You sell Avon. Sit down.
Shut up.
Right.
Susan, you sell Avon. Sit down, Susan. Makes no sense. You up there talking about what about my business? Bitch, you sell bubble bath. Sit down.
I think I love the tater tot casserole. Yes, as a choice, not as a default.
Right. I like that too.
Oh, Demon Exist says his antimatters will not allow it. Will not allow you to forgive.
That's funny.
Oh, I don't know, Demon. But okay, Mr. Collins, it depends on the offense.
I'm working on
like
it.
Malcolm, I'll forgive you, but our relationship will not be the same depending on what happened.
Now that part, that's true.
I think the reason why some people don't want to forgive is because we feel like we're giving something to them, and I don't think they care one way or the other typically.
So
it really is about what's good for you.
Yeah.
Right?
So in this context, I asked the question because my therapist asked me the question because, of course, so he's telling me, he's like, 70% of my sessions during the last few months have been about the state of the country and people can't trust each other. So he asked me, we were talking as friends at this point. He asked me, he says, how would we tell somebody to get back to trusting their neighbor after their neighbor did such a heinous thing?
Oh yeah.
And they are suffering now, and then I sent him the clips from former Vice President Harris. So you the motherfucker that told everybody not to vote. You know what I mean? I think we can forgive them, but don't let them forget what they did and what they took us. I think that's the most important thing here. We can forgive them and take them down the rabbit hole of when we're not going to forget what you did, but we need you to come along in this thing. So put up the president's nickname one more time for me, Swag. I need to drive this point home. Cankles McTaco Tits. Let me tell you something. This mother effer will lie just because it's a day of the week that ends in Y. Let me tell you something. And I found this next clip so terribly interesting and telling. And he's up to hundreds of thousands of views now because what this is diabolical and pathological, and we'll talk about it on the other side. Go ahead, let's just talk about it.
Although my uncle was at MIT, one of the great professors, 51 years, whatever. He was the longest serving professor in the history of MIT, 3 degrees in nuclear, chemical, and math. That's a smart man. Kaczynski was one of his students. Do you know who Kaczynski was? There's very little difference between a madman and a genius. But Kaczynski, I said, what kind of a student was he, Uncle John, Dr. John Trump? He said, what kind of a student? And he said, seriously good. He said he'd go around correcting everybody. But
you wouldn't realize it on the surface, but that might be the most outrageous story Donald Trump has ever told. He's talking about his uncle who taught at MIT, supposedly teaching Ted Kaczynski, famously the Unabomber. And he's talking about how he had this conversation with his uncle saying how smart was the Unabomber, all these different things. 2 key problems. Number 1, Ted Kaczynski never went to MIT. He went to Harvard. Okay. More importantly, though, Ted Kaczynski was publicly revealed to be the Unabomber in 1996, more than a decade after Donald Trump's uncle died. I mean, this guy's not okay. That's actually insane to think about. Rewatch the first part of this video and then think about what I just said. Holy shit.
Why? That is so unnecessary.
Right.
That is so, because you don't have any policy. You ain't got nothing up there. You need some time to shit your diaper. I get it. You want to make some noise so can't nobody hear you farting and shit. I get it.
I mean, you can always tell he's lying because if you listen to him, everything he says is always, the greatest, this is the worst in the history of all history. There's never been, this is historic. It's always historic with him. Everything has to be historic. And it's just like, bitch, you're not that special. Like, get over yourself. Like, you cannot claim the history of everything. You have the lowest of any president in history. He had the best health of any president in history. He had, it's like, dude.
He looked like he's about to pass out at any moment now. But more than him, he does. Oh my God. So I think every time my physical therapist comes over, we have this conversation. Every time she sees him on the news, she'll send me a text. She was like, it ain't much longer now, Greg. Trust me. I've been a clinician for 50 years. And this is what she always says. I'm gonna show you how to type message one day. She says, I've been a clinician for 50 years, and it ain't much longer now, baby. Let me tell you, I know heart disease when I see it. And that's what she says. And she says the medicine, they gonna prop him up. You know, they're gonna prop him up. The medicine is doing what the medicine needs to do. And when it gets really bad, we're not gonna see him. You know, we're not going to see him. He's going to be on an IV. They're going to keep him alive until, you know what I mean? So she was like, oh, no, honey, it ain't. And all my medical friends say the same thing. They was like, oh, God, you can see the decay and the rot. You know, he's in his 80s. There's mental decline, there's physical decline. But I don't pray for anybody's death. Long live taco tits is all I have to say about that. But speaking of long live, don't you hate when you think when people on your team are on your team, because I guess the old adage, all skin folk ain't kin folk. Check this out. Go ahead.
I saw the video. I saw him lose his life in front of his family. They have to watch that video over and over. It is utterly disgusting that someone would take another human being's life, particularly in that manner. But I actually think what's more utterly disgusting is for someone to use their own platform and go on record, social media and on camera, to say that he deserved to die. I think it's utterly disgusting that someone would call him a scumbag. I think it's utterly disgusting that his death is celebrated. You thought I was talking about Charlie Kirk? Oh no, I'm talking about George Floyd. And those quotes, those quotes were said by Charlie Kirk about George Floyd. Isn't that utterly disgusting that someone would speak of the dead in that manner?
Yes. What attracted me to it was them bundles. First of all, she was giving you 1990 Janet Jackson.
Yes.
And then I listened to, and then I was listening to what she actually had to say. I was like,
I know. When Greg shared it with me yesterday, I was listening to it and I was like, wait a minute now. Why you want to play this clip? He's like, keep listening. I'm like, I ain't so sure, Greg. He's like, we're almost there. Just hold on one more second. And then when she flipped, I'm like, okay.
I'm so glad she wasn't MAGA. Thank you.
Yeah. So like,
beautiful sister. Thank you. But I want that to like, because now let me tell y'all something. The celebrations have died down of Charlie Kirk. We now realize that his wife. Well, no, because we realize his wife is on the PDF team. All of that came out, so they can't really celebrate her. Like, oh, it's gone away. They're not even talking about it in the MAGAverse because they realized you can't celebrate as somebody who spewed hate like that. You get what you get, and that's what that was. So we're coming to the end of the Black News, but I want this fascinated me. This fascinated me. So I want to take the time. I'm gonna try to do this on every show, but maybe not. If I can, I try to find clips. But in Black history, moments in Black history, this has fascinated me, and I found it to be totally so. Perk up, grab the kids. I'm not cussing for once. Go get the kids. Come get this history lesson. Dear Swag, if you would, let's go.
Did you know dolls of color like this one can trace their origins back to a trailblazing Black cartoonist? Jackie Orms made history in 1937 when her comic strip Torchy Brown and Dixie to Harlem debuted in the Pittsburgh Courier. The Courier's 14-city editions gave her coast-to-coast reach, making her the first Black woman to create a comic strip with national exposure. The strip followed a Mississippi teen's journey to fame at Harlem's Cotton Club, reflecting the real-life path of many during the Great Migration. But in 1945, she introduced her groundbreaking comic strip Patty, Joe, and Ginger to the readers of the Pittsburgh Courier. The comic strip featured the fashionable Ginger and her sharp-witted little sister, Patty Jo. Ginger was always dressed to the nines, and her style was a reflection of Orm's own love for fashion. In an era when black characters were often shown in degrading or stereotypical ways, Orm's depiction of Ginger as beautiful and confident was a much-needed contrast. And while Ginger modeled the latest fashions, it was the precocious Patty Jo who delivered the punchlines, often witty, biting social commentary that challenged the injustices of the era. Orm's characters were groundbreaking, especially Patty Jo, who became a voice for social justice in the 1940s and early 50s. The criticisms of her strip often sparked backlash, particularly from conservative audiences who were uncomfortable with such a direct commentary coming from a black woman, especially one in a national newspaper. And at the time, the toy market wasn't any better. Black dolls were either non-existent or made in crude, offensive ways, and attempts to create black dolls often resulted in poor quality or caricatured features. But in 1947, Orms teamed up with the Terry Lee Company to bring Patty Jo off the page. She became one of the first mass-produced black dolls with high-quality craftsmanship. They were priced at $7.95. That would be about $115 today, making it premium priced. And even still, the dolls were distributed on a mainstream scale, giving young black girls the chance to see themselves represented with style and beauty in a way that simply hadn't existed before. Patty Jo was also the first American black doll to have an extensive upscale wardrobe, and this made her popular with all children. In December 1949, Orm's contract with the Terry Lee Company was not renewed, and production ended. But today, the dolls remain a highly sought-after collector's item. Jackie Orms didn't just make history through her comic strip, she transformed the way black characters, especially women and girls, were portrayed. Orm's legacy reminds us that cartoons and toys can be powerful tools for change, impacting the way that we see the world and ourselves.
Yeah. Go out, get your nieces and nephews and your kids black dolls. Representation matters because, at first I didn't until my kid got older, I didn't wrestle. But we looked for a black G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? We looked for whatever he wanted, we looked for the black version. You know what I mean? So that was your weekly dub into Black history, little known Black history. So
yeah, that's cool.
Congratulations to her. Rest in peace, sister. Thank you for opening the doors for Black Barbie and the American doll line, the American Girl doll line has tons of black dolls now. So thank you for that. Now, thank you for watching the Black News, and we'll be back next week with more Black News and entertainment for you. If you guys have anything to offer, please follow me on Instagram at The Talented Mr. Drayton. New Facebook page, Who This, is coming. I'm trying to figure out how to delete. Anyway, so I need some Facebook help. Somebody hit me up. I'm having issues. I'm having Facebook conundrums here. So my other baby of this program is the Weekly Rewind. I love, and it's done by my trusty, beautiful, full-haired head of haired assistant. Look at him. If I told you his age, you'd be like, there's no way he can have that much hair. Sometimes I sit close to him and I'll be looking for the holes in it. There's no spots. Who this? No balls fitting. No nothing.
Let me just say that on my recent trip to Las Vegas, I am the oldest of the group, and I was the only one with full head of hair. So
now, mind you,
you were looking good in the photos too, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm not going. Just in case y'all think I'm thinning under this hat, I'm good over here. So I follow his lead and I put juices and berries in my hair. So I just. Haircut is Tuesday. Hey, Kevin. So we're just looking forward to getting a haircut. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, on this very network, every day of the week, we offer you some great programming. And if you've missed anything this week, check this out, the Weekly Rewind. Thank you. Look at that. Y'all know about them graphics. Y'all know nothing about that. Look at it. Fuck you, hey. The reason I say because I think the pain is getting palatable. You know what I mean? I think it's and then he posted an AI video with him literally shitting on Americans.
Yeah, you want to? Let's play that because you referenced this a few times.
God,
we did have some.
One. Just pick one. I mean, because I was really shocked.
Let me play it.
Hey guys, so 2 quick things before I actually finally go to bed. The No Kings protests. The organizers have now estimated that 7 million people took part in those protests nationwide, 2,500 some odd individual events, something like 7 million people, probably more than 7 million people taking part in those protests. That is arguably the largest protest against Donald Trump to date. So a pretty strong and pretty definitive message being delivered about the way that millions and millions of people feel about Donald Trump. And how did Donald Trump respond to that? After his $1 million a plate fundraiser that I guess he had at Mar-a-Lago on Saturday night, he took the time to upload an AI video to his Truth Social showing himself dressed as a king with a crown, sitting in a fighter. To put a pin in that, note that Donald Trump is a draft dodger who never bothered to serve in the military when it was his time. He got a doctor to say he had bone spurs, so he didn't have to go and fight in Vietnam. So he's a coward and a draft dodger. But for this AI video, he made himself into a fighter pilot with a king's crown on, literally flying over protests, which are the people's right to exercise their First Amendment and protest against him. He portrayed himself in this AI video literally shitting on the American people. I promise you. Taylor. Enough said. I don't have to tell you that he literally believes that the American people are a pot to shit in, and he has no respect for the American people or for the rights of the American people. But he's also a nasty son of a bitch. That is the nastiest, most disgusting shit I think any president has ever done. Donald Trump, you're a nasty SOB. That's disgusting. And by the way, interesting that I guess shitting in public and shitting on people is like a MAGA thing, because they also did that at the Capitol when they tried to do their insurrection. So it's a trend and a disgusting one. Happy No King's Day. I would also note that the idea that Donald Trump could shit out of a plane and cover Times Square with his shit is actually difficult for him to be able to do in his diaper, because the diaper would get in the way. Just a thought. The next time that you do your AI video, Donald, you should show yourself tossing the diaper before you do your disgusting bowel movement on America. Just a thought. You nasty son of a bitch.
You know, I rarely agree with Joy Reid.
I just love the way she said nasty.
Yeah,
it sounds like your aunt who's this, just disappointed with something.
You was a nasty son of a bitch.
Well, you're back just in time for our counter programming, because now we got to check in on the game. So last week I did I think it was a put a finger down story. Well, here's another one. So, yeah.
John was like,
Finger down. If some dingy old man gave you strep throat, you told him that he gave you strep throat, and he should probably get on antibiotics like you got onto antibiotics. For the last 10 days, we're on those antibiotics, got off the antibiotics, happened to kiss that man again, and realized that he didn't properly take his medication like you were taking your medication, and then you tested positive for strep throat again and got a re-exposure from that same man because he poorly medicated himself, and now you have strep throat twice within the last 14 days of your life and have to get on a harder antibiotic because the first one did its job, but now you have a re-exposure and have to get on a more substantial antibiotic to kill it again.
Oh my God.
Now let me just say this.
Okay.
If you get strep throat from somebody, why the hell would you kiss them again?
Oh my God.
I need to know what is going on with our rainbow brothers and sisters out here. What is going on?
I commented on his video. I said, "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. That is on you, my friend. That is all."
See, Demon, he out there being the villain again. See, they on them.
No, I'm not being the villain because, like, how you gonna let somebody give you strep throat and then you go and do it again?
It must have been good to him, girl. It must have been good to him.
And are we using the term kissing?
He's talking about when you said we lost 3 viewers when you said what you said.
Oh, you left and came back. Say it. Dragons fucking. Now that's a visual. I right. I don't. Can y'all skip past me with that?
There's always some mythical creatures too. Maybe some minotaurs. I don't know, some centaurs.
They just dropped a remake of Hands That Rock the Cradle on the Hulu.
There's an episode of Rick and Morty where Morty gets a dragon, and the dragons call themselves the slut dragons, and they're always like talking about having sex. That's the funniest thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, dragons apparently like having sex.
No,
and a lot.
The funny thing is, like, dragons as a myth were all of the worst aspects of humanity, and that included lust. So lust, greed, avarice, like all the deadly sins or whatever. They were the epitome of all of that. And so one of the things they did was they stole women.
And they did what with them?
Nothing.
And what happened?
I don't know if they did anything with them. They just hoarded it, right? Like oftentimes a dragon would be in a cave.
Okay.
And they'd have all the nice things and money and women.
Right. Yeah.
The dragon.
Yeah.
The dragon is balling. Okay, got it. All right.
The dragon was an externalization of our internal problems, right? They were it was a metaphor for the worst of humanity.
Hold that thought. We got a few more to get to. They just dropped a remake of Hand That Rock the Cradle. Yes, I'm scared to look at the remake because it always ruins. I'm sorry. It always ruins. That's called The Others. And thank you for ruining the catch from people who haven't seen it. It's 20 fucking years old, CC. For real. Come on now. You ain't had you just want to say some shit to me. You ain't had no intentions on watching this. I told you should have turned the volume down. I see gay people.
I love it. That's a good one. Okay, I love that.
Wait, we're not finished. I just clicked too fast. Well, I'm up to no good on Snapchat, so yeah, there's that. Well, as long as you can admit to them, it's all good. Ron, hey man, long time.
Oh wow, long time no see.
Right, that's what the rollback.
And of course, what does he go to on his return to our channel? Spreadsheet.
Right.
We thought we had gotten past the sex spreadsheets. This even comes and he drops it in our lap again.
I love that guy. Come Dumpster Dragon 96. Wait a minute, Mark. Let me read this to you. Sammy, come Dumpster Dragon 96 and count it.
Oh my God, Sammy, why did you go there?
But yeah, it's a lot of romance has like women who are ravished. They don't use rape, but like are overtaken by their desires.
Overtaken.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's that episode, y'all. We're going to be whispering, but we're going to be smacking. All right, welcome to the Diggler Digest. It is I, Cream Diggler, here with my friend, Mr. Drayton.
Hello, friend.
You got to have them bugle. I'm about to get up here and get. I got a whole mix of shit I got behind.
I know, me too.
So we'll see how it goes. First, I'm gonna start with this. You got your bugles. I got my chicken thigh.
And then I'm gonna move on to these, friend. I went to the store just for you today. So then I'm gonna move on after Pringles. I'm gonna move on to noisy, right? Right.
Nice and noisy.
And then I'm gonna do this.
Ooh, yeah. What are those?
Honey roasted pistachio.
So I got me some nuts too. I got me deluxe nut.
You got me those. And hopefully by the time we make it to Patreon, I'll be on to Juicy Fruit.
Oh, nice. Hey, Calvin Collins II, how are you? What are you eating tonight?
What are you eating tonight, Mr. Collins? Thank you for having me this evening. Welcome to the Diggler Digest with your host tonight, Cream Diggler, aka Chicken Thigh.
I love my face is juice all over my.
I eat on it. Even when we're not doing this, I do it.
What you got?
Even when we're not doing this officially, I do it anyway. I look at all the clips around 6:30, around 7:30. I just start eating whole meals on air. I need to quit. But so there's. Hey, Mr. Collins.
Are you eating right, Calvin?
He says he's gonna be eating. What are you gonna eat? You see my new tag there?
What is that?
Your dad's new man. Wait.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, indeed. I love the weekly rerun. It's so delicious. Join us every week. And then, Thick did not have a show this week, but join us Sundays 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Blurred Council. Blurred Unite at 5 p.m. And there's a meeting place for you here at 5 p.m. Sundays, where you can get out all your crunk and all your stuff, and then Fridays catch 7 p.m. Airings of Two Grooms in a Pod. Cream Diggler and his husband Shannon, love them both. Give you relationship insights to their own relationship. It's hilarious. It's like the funny guy and the deadpan man. It's so funny. They are perfect in their roles on the podcast. That's the Two Grooms in a Podcast. Friday nights, 7 p.m. right here on this station. And if you were not aware, please check on your Beyonce Knowles' internet and go to www.mailmediamindlive.com. There, look at the graphics. What? Somebody got
we on the internet.
Oh, somebody got a budget. So check this out, and also don't forget the weekly, the daily updates on the Mail Media Mind Minute. I'm going to get back on it. I'm going to tell y'all, I have been really busy, and the thing that I have been busy doing is this. I actually turned the light on my phone. I don't know how that happened. So I have started this business. It's the Alice Drayton Foundation. And the foundation is dedicated to my late mother. And what I'll be doing, I'll be helping families affected by and members of the family that are affected by cerebral palsy. We focus on families of color, but you don't have to be a person of color or a family of color. So my goal is to do a day camp and give medical referrals and mentorship. If you know someone that has been affected by someone with cerebral palsy, please hit me up. and I'll be more than happy to help. We'll be taking donations shortly in the next couple of days, actually, according to Bank of America in this email. So please, even in this time of economic sorrow, please let's all think about others as we move through our lives. And it is a labor of love. So, I have not always been present because I've been busy doing that, but I'm so excited to start upon that journey. It's the Alice Drayton Foundation, and you can find us on the web, probably starting next week at the AliceDraytonFoundation.org. Yes. I'm super excited. It's a labor of love. I'll tell you, it was a little painful to because I kept having to think about my mom. You know what I mean? As I did the mission statement and applying for the 501(c), and they ask you the question over and over again, what is this for? And then the people at the bank interview you, and they're like, why are you opening your account? And before you know it, my nose is snotty, and this, and I have to just stop and pause and said she would be so fucking excited to see her name in print everywhere. So, Mama, wherever you are, you have arrived. You are a star, lady. So, appreciate that. So we got a few more comments. Where did we stop? Was it here? Oh, wait, we got that one. Hey, Patel talking about it's crazy. That is crazy, Mr. Manners. It depends on the offense. Okay. Greg was right. Swag is the villain. Oops.
That's funny.
Oops. Not that guy. Not that guy. Hey, Damon, not that guy. I'm scared to say. No, I'm kidding.
Blinking SOS.
Right. Yes, please help me. Please help me. Please help. But listen, as we do, we'd like to let you down easy. And stuff that I laugh at. Hopefully you'll laugh at it too. A little comic relief at the end of the show. Roll those beautiful clips, and I hope you laugh. And don't move, because I want you to join us at Patreon. www.patreon.com/MailMediaMind. And I'm going to remind you of this weekly, the week's schedule and what to expect in the upcoming week. So watch these clips. Thank you.
Mary J. told Liza May, tell the people that it's okay. Go ahead and sing a song tonight, and you will make them feel alright. So people, just party with me. Get loose and let your bodies free. Leave your situations at the door, and when you step inside, jump on the floor.
Now, who told her to do this? Who told her?
In this dance for me.
Why? Why?
Come back around and tell me one more time. Not losing my mind. Had so many situations in my way. Now I'm laughing and loving my man every day. Gonna watch me die. Gonna have a ride.
I know this was an FNL skit.
Till I'm tired. Told you leave the situations at the door. Just grab your feet and get some dance on the dance floor.
Why? And then it's long. Why? Four black women back there singing their hearts out. Oh, come on, Liza. Go, Liza. Go, Liza.
I need to see the video of that.
No, you ain't know. I intentionally just played the audio. You ain't ready for the video.
I want to see the video. I want to see it. I want to see it.
It was very, very cringy. I'm just like, I don't
of course.
know that was a good idea, but fuck
Get you a good ab exercises, right?
Right. Was that what that was for?
Mm-hmm,
Where
yep.
all the dancers doing?
It's so cringe. It'll give you a 6-pack.
It is go, Liza. And so Liza, I thought about this because Liza popped up in the zeitgeist this week, and she presented Janet Jackson with the dance choreography person of the decade, year, whatever award. And Liza's still out there. Liza got her big old chair. She just sitting down. Thank you, darling. It's wonderful. So a shout out to Liza Minnelli. Janet Jackson, congratulations. And Janet did reveal she will be, we knew this, but she'll be 60 come May 16th, 2026, God willing. So shout out to her. She looks amazing. Cream showed some pictures of her. She really does look amazing. I'm like, she did use Kris Jenner's doctor. But go ahead. Let's keep it moving.
Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me that! Hey, let go! What is wrong with you?
That will be T'Challa if they tried to bring another cat up in that house. I just want you to know.
Oh god,
that's going down in Tijuana. That's going down. Just
the
like
number of AI cat videos that are in existence now is wild. Can I back up for just a second? Because I want to go back to the Trump video for just a hot second. I find it interesting that him and his administration are always blaming everything on AI, yet he's always using AI to clap back at like the people that he has disagreed with. So it's like you're the problem here, sir. But
sir, you are the problem. Sir, you are the problem. And that's it. Like, and he wants to blame AI and do all these things.
Yeah, I don't think that's a mistake though, because I think he wants to. Whenever he does something, he wants to be able to say that was AI,
right?
And I think he also just is like a little child. So he likes
absolutely.
I saw someone did a video of him on Fox News talking about a new healthcare program using med beds, which are a fictional, technology from Star Trek.
He thinks it's real.
He must have, because
so save that for Patreon, because I saw it too. Totally. And listen, dementia is a motherfucker. I'm allowed to tell you, like, I don't, praise God, I don't want it. I'm gonna keep my mind engaged.
Right. I forget we're talking.
No. But I'm just saying, I don't want dementia, God. Give me a lot of. I don't want to be blind. I don't want to be deaf, and I don't want dementia. I'll take everything else, but don't give me those things. All right, go ahead.
Looking at a real live king.
Nike leggings or the collar. He can't breathe properly.
Never seen a man with such childbearing hips. One got belt on those pants ain't going nowhere. You got a candle, okay? See you in the tightness. I ain't never seen a belt but a ring. If you want to get in those pants, you can definitely get me in a hole.
So they made a song out of the comments. Like,
yes.
Hilarious. That's great.
Oh my god!
And I heard that they said bro was born in those pants. What?
They've done the same thing with Grindr messages, made songs out of them.
I would love to hear that. Miss Taylor, I'm low key living for Liza. That was hilarious. We know all the gays are, and I might find the actual. By the time we get around to Swag Show Tuesday, we might find the actual video. Keep it as a running. We have a couple more. Go ahead.
Now let me make this clear. I've been marked safe from inviting anybody to the cookout. Not one plate, not one chair, not even a solo cup full of sweet tea. Because every time we hand out invitations, somebody shows up just to eat and then dips the second it gets real. Black folks have always been too generous, too forgiving. That's survival, though. I guess it's in our DNA. Enslaved people had nothing but still fed everybody. During Jim Crow, our kitchens and living rooms became safe havens for people who didn't deserve it. We opened the door because nobody opened theirs for us. That's the real cookout. A symbol of belonging when the world called us disposable. But look at what it's turned into. Now one white person says one decent thing about racism and suddenly they get a plate, they get an invite. They drop a TikTok dancing off beat or mouthing the words to some new song. And y'all out here acting like that's solidarity. Y'all remember that lady in the bathroom? Yeah, come on now. Please. Meanwhile, the second is inconvenient, they flip. They take the rhythm, they take the slang, they take the culture, but when it's time to defend Black life, they're nowhere to be found. Or worse, they're standing right there with the people that are trying to bury us. Stop being so surprised by these people, y'all. At the end of the day, they are people. And people disappoint. And don't get me wrong, because I get it. We want people to hold us the same way that we hold them. But history says otherwise, right? Reconstruction, we trusted alliances and got betrayed into Jim Crow. Civil rights, we invited everybody to march and still got sold out by policy. We keep setting the table and they keep taking the food and leaving us to clean the dishes. And at some point you gotta admit, the cookout ain't community anymore. It's a hustle for them. So no, I don't hand out cookout invites. I don't care if you know how to season chicken or recite Kendrick lyrics. I don't care if you dated somebody Black in college. None of that makes you safe. Because the cookout isn't a meme. It's history. And my ancestors didn't endure the whip, the rope, the fire, just so I could be handing out free passes to people that only show up for the vibe. What I look like? Please. The grill is closed. Show up for the fight and prove yourself. Or stay hungry.
Love it. Love that.
She always brings levity and because I found that because it started from a conversation, and I know I'm always sorry, but it started from a conversation of like I have a friend that I grew up with, a white friend, and she was like, "Oh, I always come to the cookout." No, you're no longer invited, but I'm cool. Girl, okay. If you were not born melanated, there are no more passes given out to the cookout. I don't care if you fucking Justin Timberlake. You know, the only bitch that can come to the cookout that was not born melanated is now deceased, and her name was the late great Tina Marie. And she gone, your invites are gone. No one. Channing Tatum, no, I love you, brother, and thank you for dating Zoe Kravitz. Y'all make a cute couple. We're gonna leave it there. When she come to the cookout, and she can only stay for an hour because she biracial. So listen, I'm just kidding. No, but Tatum, no, I'm not kidding. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care if you had some black pussy at some point in your life. Listen, no, you're not doing it. We got one more to go. Let's go. No,
I'm sorry.
Black people's favorite excuse for quitting a job is TGMFU.
Now, before he gives the answer, I want you to stop. So if we figure it out.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't need this job. I got 2 jobs.
Right. So what do you think, Malcolm? Do you have a guess on what do you think he?
What was the letter?
TGMFU.
TGMFU.
Fuck this job? I don't know.
No, Jay. No, Jay. Okay, now I know you guys in the audience don't have time to respond, but go ahead and play the rest.
Black people's favorite excuse for quitting a job is TGMFU.
Oh my. I don't know. I'm like, I don't need this job. I got 2 jobs. That's all I can think in my head.
TG? Maybe this is for quitting a job.
This.
Not this.
It
that
is this
job.
Nah.
This job. This.
Not this. Not
God.
this. Not that.
It's not this.
Not this. Not that. Not the.
Not the.
Say it. Okay. Black people favorite excuse for quitting a job is fuck.
They
got me fucked up. Okay.
Yeah,
they got me fucked up. Y'all got me fucked up.
They got me fucked up.
Even got it.
They got me fucked up. Right. And that's the whole reason to quit a job in Black world. They got me fucked up. No other reason is given because we know what they got fucked up. Is you?
Yeah.
Right.
So you need to explain no further. Was that the last one or is that one more?
Yes.
That was the last.
That was the last one.
Okay.
Yes.
You got with first page. All right. So yet again, please join us on Patreon. www.patreon.com/mailmediamind. Become a paid whore, and join us on Telegram, where we have exclusive adult content, short and long. If you got the time to stroke one out for an hour or 10 minutes, Malcolm. We do have discussion groups available in Telegram, and we are there for you. Join us on Facebook, Mail Media Mind, and Instagram, Mail Media Mind. If you'd like to join me personally on Instagram, you can do so by following the talented Mr. Drayton. Swag is on those TikTok streets. Swag for life. Check him out. Don't forget my man John is doing John. Now you catch him on that particular, you might get cussed out. But on the Instagram is the Double J Chronicles. Check him out, and on Facebook he's John J. Definitely, and don't forget Cream Diggle on Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Well, 8. I think he's gonna permanently move it. He should. 8 p.m. works out very great. It says 7, but I'm going to convince him to move it to 8 so he can go home and relax. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on this very network. And again, in case you forgot, please join us on the web, www.mailmediamindlive.com. It is a rip-roaring good time. And let me tell you guys something. If you guys are entrepreneurs, I already got Mr. Taylor down, and a couple of other my favorite things and people that make them are coming on the show for November. But each week I'm going to showcase some of my favorite things. And I want your thing that you make to be one of my favorite things. So if you make something that you think I will enjoy, hit me up. Keep it G rated. Let me just say that. They come around here with no battery operated thongs, floss your booty. That flosses your booty cheeks on Thursdays. I gotta tell my family, keep it G rated, keep it above the table. They keep it this is a family program. This is a family program. On behalf of Swag, Malcolm, and myself, and the total family cast and crew here at M3, we know you have your choice of internet entertainment. Thank you for choosing us each and every week, Monday through Monday. Come back Monday. Speaking of, check out Malcolm and I at 3 p.m. or so. And I say, we're gonna stop putting the time up there. We're gonna change the time. Mondays around 3 p.m. That's what we're gonna put up there next.
Just say Mondays.
Sometimes we might pop up at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Be like, bitch, I'm going to lunch right now. I'll see you at 2:30. You know what I mean? It just depends on how it goes. And then it flows right into Tuesdays. You got Swag for Life, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very important that you be there because you want to know what your child is watching. You want to know shit his mama said. You want to know if the straights are okay, equal programming, if the gays are okay, and neither community is all right at this time. So I'm just going to give you a heads up. That's generally what it is. Wednesdays.
We all need some help.
Right. Wednesdays, Malcolm will heal our souls with philosophy and book reading and hand holding and deep thoughts.
And sex spreadsheets.
And I must say, the last couple of shows have healed me and made me think about some things I did not want to think about. And Wednesdays is Cream. Fridays is Two Grooms in a Pod. We love that. You can also catch them on wherever you get your fine podcasts. Malcolm also has 1,000 episodes in the can of the Bearcast presented by M3. He is. When are you coming off hiatus? So
I got to figure out how I'm going to fit it into my schedule, the recording. So, yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay. Now, if you want,
we'll talk about it later.
No, if you want, we can do it after the Monday show. If instead of doing Patreon, cause we don't do Patreon anyway on Mondays. So if you talk about that time, we can. I'll help you out with that. Fantastic. Because people want new episodes. There's some couple people out there that hit me up. They have finished every episode. I'm like, bitch, you have no life. I said all the episodes. So, and don't forget to come right back here next Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Saturday sit down and sit down with me in this very chair where my ass cheeks are lifted and separated. Thank you. And rest in peace to my mama. I miss you so much. You have been on my mind so much this week. It is incredible. Thank you for an incredible legacy of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. And thank you for empowering me to be me. Like, so many people are in my same shoes, but they cannot wear my shoes because you taught me to wear the biggest shoes out there. And I appreciate you, and you are the reason why. From Alice's baby and everybody here at M3, hey, fuck white people. Let's go. Peace.
Thanks for checking out this episode of The Saturday Sit Down with your host, the talented Mr. Drayton. Your one-stop shop for the best conversation that you don't want to miss. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share, and stay tuned for the next episode.